I'm sure many are aware of this latest headline news story. The number one golfer in the world, Scottie Scheffler, involved in an incident, as you can see here, with police detective Brian Gillis. And the story makes absolutely no sense when you look at the footage. Supposedly ran over. And here you see Scottie Scheffler wearing, of course, the orange. Orange being 33, the only color in numerology that is 33. As you can see here, 33. The typical prisoner or jailed individual wearing the color orange. Now let's take a look at the actual news report regarding this supposed incident.
Just releasing new video from the arrest of pro golfer Scottie Scheffler. He's accused of injuring a police officer after trying to drive around a crash while trying to get to the PGA Championship. Well, he faces felony charges, but attorney says Scheffler will plead not guilty.
Now let's take a look here. A little bit of a closer look at supposedly what went down. Brian Gillis, this detective, supposedly being run over. Take a look at the footage, a close-up, and you see nothing of the sort. And there is the officer or detective Gillis, and here is Scottie Scheffler in this SUV. And supposedly the officer was dragged. He had his pants ripped, and nothing of the sort that you can see in this video. And one thing I found interesting, there's no body cam by the police officer / detective. And that's another issue with this whole news story. Take a look here. This is one article where it states Scheffler, according to the arrest report, was traveling eastbound when he attempted to steer his black Range Rover courtesy car into the westbound lane. Detective Brian Gillis tried to stop the vehicle, but Scheffler continued forward, according to the report, dragging Detective Gillis to the ground and causing injuries that required medical treatment. And again, nothing of the sort whatsoever here. As you see the officer or detective once again go to the black SUV with Scottie Scheffler aboard. I should mention as well, with the name, of course, Scottie Scheffler, having to do with the Scottish rite of Freemasonry. And this incident stems supposedly over this individual, as you see here, a vendor working for the PGA. His name is John Mills. And here is the footage regarding him supposedly passing away after being struck by a bus while crossing the street. You're going to see Scottie Scheffler's black SUV passing by the bus, and at no point do you see any police officer or detective being dragged at all. And again, I have to repeat this point. No body cam of this individual, Brian Gillis, recording anything. Nothing about this story makes sense whatsoever. Now, just like all these other headline news stories, you're going to see the Masonic fingerprints. And there's no difference here whatsoever. Let's take a look here at different news sources. At the individual John Mills, the one, again, that supposedly passed away, crossed the street, supposedly being hit by that bus. Take a look here, a close look. Again, the Masonic fingerprints. Look at this gas pump and what the price tag is. It says here, total $3.33, but one thing, there's another 3. So you have your dual 33s when it comes to Freemasonry. They always put their numbers in plain sight, as I've shown many times with the Grand Sovereign Commander, getting a little bit of a close-up of that dual 33 in plain sight. These numbers, make no mistake about it, it's not 5213, it's not 6898, it's your dual 33s. And for anybody that thinks this is some just amazing coincidence, like I say all the time, you're definitely a coincidence theorist. Make no mistake about it. Just like they do in the movies. From Back to the Future, again, at the gas station, and the sign itself with the price of $119 or $911 backwards. You even have your $131. You can code this for $311. But nonetheless, they love to incorporate the numbers, just like you see here in the movies, with Pee-wee's Big Adventure in the bike shop with Dottie. And again, the numbers on the register. Take a little bit of a close-up. And you have the Masonic number 33. Make no mistake about it, this is by design. Presenting the number 33 in plain sight. Tells you who's behind the news. And like I've shown, just like in the movies, we are living in a 33 Matrix.
John, chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see. Now I can see.